I measured it out, so I know it's going to be 30 by I did 14. So I think that's the size that Marge is going with. Okay. But it gives it, even if I think she might have said 12.
Yeah.
But even if she said 12, what it's going to do, it's going to give her enough leeway where she can put it like in the middle. I mean, there's plenty of stone. I got to pull a lot out this way. That's going to be the fun part.
How did Brian get those other 2 panels?
Oh, he brought his ladder with him.
Oh.
See, you know what I should tell you at this point, Ma?
Huh?
I should say watch the videos. No, I'm only kidding.
Did you video him doing that?
Yep, yep.
I bet he liked that. This isn't on, is it?
Yes.
Oh.
Yep. All right. Here, I'm going to give you this for the moment. No, he still has that one over there, Ma.
Oh.
He had brought other ones.
Oh, I didn't know.
Because right now, he rehooked that one up so it gets like a trickle charge onto the batteries in there. These aren't hooked up to anything yet. He's going to run the line underground through here.
Okay.
Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. I know it's really exciting watching me rake stone, correct? I thought you would be excited about that. Today is October 15th, 2019. Again, we are really, the weather is just absolutely gorgeous. Yesterday was a kind of a miserable day, obviously, but I'm going to kick this over here really quickly so you can see it is just absolutely gorgeous out here today. So they're calling for rain the next 2 days. So I said, well, let me get out here and start going on this. And so what I did was, I figured out, I was explaining to Mom, from where the stone starts over here, okay, to these stones here, that's 14 feet, okay. And then from the back side, and I'll show you that, I raked some of this out last night in the back. So that stone, right, let's see if you can see it. The stone right over here, or right there, yeah, hopefully you can see that. From that back end, so I got to pull some out here. I got to pull the stone off into that corner, out to that level, okay. So from there, over to this point here, where I got this little pile of stones, okay, that's 30 feet that way. So obviously I got a ways to go with this stone here. There is a lot of stone, probably more than I need, and I figured it was when I got started, when I was messing around out here last night. So I'm going to show you what else I did, and I did this last night, so I wanted to show you what I did. I'll show you in a minute. But so this is going to be a great raked out spot higher up on the stones where Margie can you know, go ahead and have her building when she puts it in here. Now somebody asked me, well, why would you put it back here behind the panels, you know, and stuff like that? So it was a good question. So the reason that we talked about it, and the reason that she said she wanted it here is because during the hottest part of the day, the panels are actually going to shade her house for her. Instead of, obviously there's no trees right there, the panels will shade that house so that her house will stay cooler. And so that's why she decided to go that route. Okay, so just so you know, and it kind of explains things here. But so I'm going to be pulling all this stone. I'm going to work on it a little bit. I'm not doing this all at once, I'm going to tell you that right now, just because it's labor intensive. And so some of you are going to say, well, get a plow, put it on the front of your four-wheeler and you move it that way. Well, I don't have a plow, or, you know, for the four-wheeler, so you know, I have to rely on Emmanuel. And anybody who doesn't know who Emmanuel is, it's Emmanuel Labor. So, and that's me. So so that's what that's what I'm going to work on a little bit. I'm going to get up on top, and I'm going to try to push a lot of this way here to start with, and then just kind of work it out. It'll take some time, but you know, I'll mess around with it a little bit more today. Tomorrow and the next day, like I said, they're calling for rain, so we're going to work in the shop then. It was just too nice of a day today to be sitting in the shop and working in the shop, so I just absolutely did not want to do that. While the weather's really nice outside, I would almost rather be outside doing stuff that I can do this way. And like I said, there is always tomorrow when it comes to the shop, and that's fine. So you know, and kind of after jamming out yesterday, I kind of needed a break from the shop, I'll be honest with you. So there's always something else to do. I have to break down this garden yet. I have to, all the fencing that we pulled from the other garden, that has to be rolled up and zip tied and set aside for the winter. I mean, like I said, it just never stops. Now, normally we would have Grandma in a rocking chair with a straw hat on, and see, when she comes up on the mountain, she's no longer Grandma, she's Granny. So you know, so we didn't have a rocking chair. Well, we couldn't do that because you know she likes to drink her beer and stuff, and she gets all tipsy, and she thinks she's on a roller coaster then. So we have to have a regular a regular chair for her. Chickens are doing great today. I ended up with 4 eggs today. Somebody had made the suggestion of getting a light in the chicken coop as soon as possible and on a timer so that there's more light in the chicken coop earlier, so that it'll encourage them to lay more, which is a great idea, and I definitely do plan on doing that. That's just not really super high on the priority list at the moment, but I definitely am going to be running extension cords from the chicken coop all the way back to the house. And that way, when we have our power on, then the chickens can have some power. And so that's the way we're going to do that. And there's Mr. Lucy saying hi to Mom. So, yeah, so that's what's going on today. Like I said, look, I'm going to kick this around here. Just absolutely gorgeous. Chris came down earlier today, and she, the stuff that I had outside here for Greg, she came down and picked all that up. So I'm going to just kick over here real quick. So all the stuff that you saw sitting out here is now gone. And so that's a good thing. So I want to show you guys really quickly before we sign off here. Alright, so today we've pulled 2.6 kilowatt hours in on this side. We've pulled 2.4 kilowatt hours on this side. So for a grand total of 5 kilowatt hours for the day. Yesterday we pulled a grand total of 1.6 kilowatt hours yesterday. So obviously they're both still pulling in power at this point of the day. So very, very good day. Very, very good day. Oh, that one just went to 2.5. So 5.1 at this point right now as far as power for the day. So good day. I mean, obviously it helps when the sun's out. When you're overcast, you're just not pulling as much power. So like I said, the next one of the next things I want to worry on is getting some batteries. I was looking at lithium-ion batteries, and I think they would do a really good job. So I think I may, down the road here, add some of those, and that's going to help with our storage for the batteries and stuff like that. So, but yeah, very, very good, productive day, you know, as far as that goes, as far as working on this. Oh, I was going to show you real quick. Let me see. Sorry. See, I get distracted, and I'm going to bring you over here. So this I did last night. I took 2 wheelbarrows full of stone, and we use, obviously we come out of the back of the house a lot. Okay, so we use this trail all the time, and I've been wanting to get some stone over here. So eventually this stone that we have here, and this, like I said, this part here is 2 wheelbarrows full, and here comes Grandma again.
I locked myself out of the car.
Oh, that's nice.
Really up there was good.
So eventually this trail will go down through here, come through this way, and then obviously veer off to the gate towards the chicken coop, and then we'll put Stone this way to connect with that side. Hey Bub, how we doing? Yes, you may. There's Eddie in his boxers and his slippers. So anyway, so that's what's going on. Like I said, chickens laid 4 eggs today, and so that's what we're doing. So I'm going to, I'll get this video up here shortly. I want to do some more raking first before I get it up, and then get it up, and then I'll see what else I feel like doing. Maybe come out and do some more raking. But so that's what's going on, guys. Working on that. I'll work on it over a few days, and if I just work at it a little bit at a time, before you know it, it'll be done. Like I said, the next 2 days is supposed to rain, so obviously I will not be outside working on that. I will most likely be in the shop for the next 2 days, working on in there. So we'll see how things go. But so that's it. And like I said, there's always something to do, and so there's no such thing as boredom on a homestead. That is for sure. So especially this time of year. So anyway, guys, listen. We are all in this together. That is important to remember. Also remember, guys, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life, so it's really important to tell the people that you care about every single day how you feel. Also remember, STD, guys, it's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. There's that old saying, Rome wasn't built in a day. With anything that you are trying to accomplish, if you just work at it methodically, it will happen. It's all about the effort. So any kind of motivation on your part to get things done, that's how things get done. And so a lot of people really do lose sight of that, and they don't realize that a lot of it's right on you. So that's important to remember. It really is. All right, guys. Well, I will talk to you all later. Have a great day. Prepper Nurse 1 out for